Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the brand new house building video released for the game Paralives. Now, if you haven't heard of Paralives, it's an indie game in development, originally being developed by one person. Now they have a small team and a pretty big Patreon following. I've not spoken about the game on the channel yet because there hasn't really been too much gameplay or stuff to really show. There's been a lot of snippets over the last year and a half of what they're working on, what's coming. And in some of these little pictures here, you can see this is just their website. And it's being supported massively over on Patreon as well, where you can join some tiers of support if you're interested. And they also have a YouTube channel to go check out. And essentially, the idea is it's kind of going to be like The Sims, but obviously they're trying to do their own thing, make it different, and build it in their own way. So it's essentially an indie version of Sims, small team working on this game, seeing what they can do, and they have just dropped an 11-minute house building video, and I'm totally interested in reacting to this. If you want to watch the video by itself, I'll link it down below. Also link, their channel, their website, all that kind of stuff. I've also muted the music in this particular video just so we don't get copyright claimed or anything. So let's go ahead and start watching. Okay, purchase lot. So we've got our two para folk there checking it out. Pre-alpha footage. Yeah, this is still very early days, and this is why I haven't really spoken about this game yet, because it became a really popular topic to speak about maybe a year and a half ago, like I was saying. But it was so early on that it could have gone anywhere. But we're at the point now where they're starting to show off big features and release big videos. So let's check it out. So this is something you'll probably notice right away, is that you can build a wall anywhere, at any angle, at any length, which I think is pretty exciting. And it does seem like they have, so as you can see here, there's some sort of tools that help snap it into place if you did just want to create, a rectangular house. Because something I found in games that allow you to build whatever you want is it can be a little bit overwhelming. So it is actually nice to see that they've done it that way. Curved walls. They do have curved walls. That is something I don't understand why the Sims hasn't really done curved walls. I know that they're more complicated, but they really shouldn't be. Ooh, got some nice curves going on here. And the angle, yeah, so there's all these different angles and curves you can do. It's basically freeform wall build. And they also appear to, that looks like they have the same sort of platform kind of tool that Sims does now. And then they have split leveling as well, which I believe they actually showed off before The Sims 4 did it. Maybe? I'm not sure. They also have, as you can see, a whole bunch of different colors of the wallpapers. And I think you can change them to whatever color you want, potentially. Or maybe that's just items. I think there's some sort of color options somewhere around here. Oh, look at those stairs. They got the diagonal stairs. That's something that we need as well in Sims. I don't know why that's not there, but very, very nice. Okay. So obviously, a lot of the UI is kind of still early days. A lot of the little features and tools that they've added and that I've seen them adding over the last couple years has been really impressive. I mean, a lot of it kind of feels like they're looking at The Sims and they're like, okay, what can we do that's different? And this is something that I really like as well, is Resizing the Windows. This is something I first saw in a game called Software Inc. Not to this level of customization, but they had windows where you could drag out the length of them and make them as long as you want. And that's, since then, it's something I've always wanted to see in The Sims, to be able to adjust and place stuff like this anywhere. Also nice to see that you can place the doors and windows anywhere. I do hope that there is some sort of grid or snapping system for these windows and doors to fit on the tile, because while it is nice to place stuff anywhere, it does get a little daunting if you're just I just want this to sit in the middle of the wall, and then it's you're trying to freeform place it. I would assume there'll be some system for that, but I think it's hard to tell at the moment. And, there, for example, I mean, it looks like they are, placing these evenly along the wall, but for me, I would probably want that door nice evenly between those columns. Although maybe I shouldn't pause. They might change that later. I don't know. It's I sometimes want some good snapping, and I don't know if that column is perfectly between those windows either. So yeah, hopefully more snapping stuff that we can't see at the moment. Even with the rotation of that rug, would be good to see some. I'm gonna assume that there is, like they said at the beginning, this is pre-alpha footage. And here is where we go back to the whole color wheel. You can change stuff to any color. I thought they did have this. Very, very nice. I think this is the way to do it. So as you can see, they have the texture of the rug and you can't change the texture like you could in The Sims 3, which is still pretty epic by today's standard, that you could change the pattern on any item. But in this, it looks like you just adjust the color. Oh, that is so nice, dragging out the table, making it bigger like that. How cool is that? Yeah, so you have the fixed pattern and texture of the furniture, and then you change the color to whatever you want, which I think is just beautiful. I also, yeah, the fact that you can place or make that table bigger, so good. I think there's a lot of really good ideas here that they have put into items and furniture that makes sense. You know, like scaling certain things around. Oh, hang on. I like this. This is cool with the picture frame. So they've done it on items that make sense. Like so you change your picture here. That's your size. That looks like your frame thickness. And then I guess that's if it's like hanging on a rope or you know, hidden mounting. And it looks like, I'm going to guess that you would put your own pictures in a folder somewhere and then you can just put them in the frame, which is a really nice little touch. And then, yeah, here you go. Here's your different frame thicknesses. And then your colors, and you know, sort of size it all and fit it all together. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so a lot of easy scaling of items that make sense. So there's a lot of stuff that you can move around. Change that picture. Let's see what they put in. Oh, okay. So okay. So that's what that is. That's that you stretch the picture to fill the frame with that those arrows. Okay, that makes sense. This would be pretty nice. It's one of those things though, and it does look like we have snapping with these on the wall. You can see there's some lines highlighting to go around. It's one of those things though where I feel like if I don't have good pictures in the game, my paintings on the walls are gonna look bad. Nice retro mounted fireplace there as well. You can recolor the logs, the firewood. Very nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of I guess, for lack of a better term, modular sort of furniture in this game where you can easily stack stuff or put stuff together. They fit really well. It also looked like that kind of snapped against the wall there, which is nice to see again. Some of that sort of easily, like really customizable, but easy to adjust kind of furniture. So this, I'm going to assume, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, they have a lot of sort of adjustable furniture. I assume, because there's a lot of clicks going on here. I guess this is something they'll probably refine as they go on. And you can see those icons there aren't final, but they do have sort of modular sectional couches, which is nice to see. I do love this where you can get the bigger coffee table and size it down and put it underneath. That's quite trendy at the moment to have a table like that. Got the laptop, got some seating, lots of nice little decor items here as well. All right, so we've got the little bathroom area here. So oh no, the kitchen, sorry. I was like, there's a sink, it must be the bathroom. So the kitchen, I'm actually interested in this because I wonder, stackable plates, okay, very nice. And then a lot of the mugs there as well, placed sort of individually. These counters all come together. Oh yeah, see this is what I was interested by, because this game is, I guess I would say, known for its ability to adjust and pull and change things how you want. And the fact that they added the waterfall edge to those counters there is so nice. I also love this. I love this that you can pull down that lamp and make it longer. I think there's a lot of really fantastic ideas that they've come out with. You know, like they've looked, I'm gonna guess that they would have looked at The Sims, probably all versions of The Sims, seen what you can do, and then seen what people want to do, you know, which really is what The Sims should do. But anyway, they're doing it and they're like, okay, well, this makes sense. A lot of people want to be able to make this window bigger or move the window there, or they want to customize the counters more, or just even the light fixtures and fittings. You know, like there's a lot of that small stuff that I think they've really considered and taken their time on, which is nice to see. There is a lot of free placement, like not a lot of stuff is snapping to the grid. That is my main concern, is aligning stuff properly, because believe me, as someone that makes house building videos here on YouTube, I love this too. Oh, you can just resize the bed. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that was amazing. As someone that makes the house building videos here on YouTube, if you don't align something perfectly, oh, the comments are gonna eviscerate you. So, also, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. Like this is just, I think, the design of this room, but they put these columns in, and then the bed is like off here, and then, oh, this, I'm sorry, just design-wise, not game-wise, just, no. It does look like they fixed the door, though. They did slide that across at some point. Okay. Woo, the column's gone. Okay. That column's gone. This one's still there, though. So. All right. Yeah, the curved walls are pretty epic. I do like that. And the any angled wall, very, very nice. I love the resizable mirrors. Like, just being able to, like, fluidly adjust and and resize and fit stuff into the room where it makes sense is so good. And I like that they've taken the scaling feature that The Sims 4 has and just made it make a little bit more sense. Like you can easily just do it through UI instead of pressing key combinations. Originally, fun fact, the resizing of items in Sims 4 wasn't actually supposed to be in the game. It was kind of just left in there, and then we kind of figured it out as players. And then they realized people really liked it, so they left it. So that is one of the really good things. And also, all these little rocks here that they're putting in and resizing, like it makes so much sense for all this stuff. I would hope with, and I don't know if they've considered this, but with landscaping and foliage, trees, bushes, shrubs, kind of like if there was like a little checkbox like in the Sims 3, where whenever you place one of them, they change size just randomly, like not massive amounts, but they will go, one will be a bit smaller than the next one, just so when we're putting them in, if you can have a checkbox that randomizes the bushes as you place them so they're slightly different, maybe even different colors because they were manually changing them, that'd be cool. Also looks like they have not figured out the roofing tool yet, I will point out, because it looks like we're at the end now, or at least they're just not showing it yet because maybe it's too early. But there is definitely no roof on this house. Looks really, really interesting. I am really curious though, because they have not shown really much gameplay at all, as in like the power folk walking around and doing stuff. Like with the dining table, how they put the chairs like this, you know, I'm really interested how they're gonna approach that problem. Like, are the chairs just gonna snap to where they need to be? Like when a sim goes to sit on them, also a power folk goes to sit on them? Or are they gonna dynamically grab the chair and then somehow, I don't know. I'm really interested in how this all works. And like the fact that they put like cushions here on the couch, like they got this decorative cushion here on the couch, like is that gonna clip into the person when they're sitting down, or is that just gonna work somehow? Like there's a lot of really beautiful design elements that they've done, but I'm really, and also like this, the bar stools, they're realistically sort of placed there. Like that's how it would be in someone's house, you know, they're not perfectly aligned. But I am really curious how that's gonna work when you go into the game. And likewise with the bed, like when you're adjusting it. So you obviously got the single bed version, and then you can pull it out. They did also show there is another control to pull it up into a bunk bed. And they showed that before the Sims 4 had bunk beds, so that's a bit of tea time. But yeah, like this, for example, like now that it's wider, how are they gonna figure out how the characters get in there, you know? I'm just really curious to see how all this works and how fluid it's gonna be. There's also a pillow missing from that bed. But yeah, I'm just, that's what I'm really interested by. I mean, the building looks incredible. Right now, I think if I had access to this game to build with, I would have so much fun with it. It looks really, really fun to build with, really detailed, but I'm so curious about the gameplay. We are still yet to see much of that. Also, I really like that they divided the flooring there. I didn't actually see how that worked. Like, is this considered a separate room by the build mode? Oh yeah, it looks like here. Oh, okay, so at the moment it's all one. That's clearly all one space. And then they must have, I don't know if they show it. There's still one space that it highlights all the way through. Nah, they didn't show it. They didn't show how that works yet. So you can see now they're separate rooms with the highlighting. There must be some tool that isn't ready to show off. But yeah, so that is interesting that there is a way to separate the floor like that, because it looks like, as you saw when you were painting and doing the floors, it does like the whole space or the whole room. So there's obviously some sort of way that you separate those two. I will be interested as well to see, oh, there it is, the roof. I'm gonna guess that they probably haven't figured out a good way, or at least a nice looking way that the roof tool works. Because it's pretty impressive if you think about it. They've got the curved roof over here. This wall is at a different angle. So when the roof comes in, this whole side of the roof is angled. Oh yeah, and that roof is definitely curved around there. I'm gonna guess, well, first of all, it looks really good, by the way, the roof. Second of all, I'm gonna guess that the roof tool probably isn't finished and ready to show off, but looks pretty epic. But there it is, Paralives build mode reaction. This is the first time we've done a video on Paralives, because I was waiting for something like this that we could really sink our teeth into and talk about. Building looks incredible. I think that would be so much fun. And quite frankly, I'm ready to build right now. I'm ready to build in this game right now. But I am definitely curious to see how they're gonna tackle all of those like live mode things and how the characters are gonna interact with everything. That is gonna be an interesting challenge, I think. It'll be really interesting to see how they solve that. Anyway, Let me know what you think of Paralives down below. Also, we have no idea when this is coming out. Like I said, they sort of announced this and started showing it a year and a half to 2 years ago. So it's been that long and we've just got our first build videos. This is an independently developed game by a very small team of people. So these kind of things take a long time to progress, but then you do get things like this where they're clearly very passionate developers and they clearly really love what they're doing, so they're taking time to do it. But anyway, we have no idea when this is going to come out. It could be another few years before it's even playable, or maybe it could be tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow, but I'm just saying we don't know. But you can bet as soon as it is playable, this guy's going to be playing it. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.